What's going on, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, we are back.
Woo!
It's Drinks and Conversation,
The podcast.
Yes, and I'm Intro Picks, and I'm always in the building.
And I'm Oxytocin, and it's always going down.
Happy 420, Oxytocin.
Hey, happy 420 to you. You chief. You chief.
Not publicly, not out. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He does not chief. That was a joke. LOL, okay?
We got an exciting show today.
We do.
We got NoFace rapper in the building.
Hey,
yo,
say what's up to the people. I didn't hear you.
I'm a rapper. Don't forget the combo. I might harm your mama.
And we got his lovely wife in the building, Crystal.
Hey, Cupcake. The loud little lady. Yes.
How are y'all?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Okay.
We good. I like that. How you asked them how they doing, and then he was about to speak, but he said, "Oh, because she answered first, and then he followed."
Teamwork.
I just thought that was worth being shouted out. Real quick.
To make the dream work.
You work. No.
I'm trying.
So what's going on? Don't ask y'all. All right, tell us a little bit about yourself. Come on.
I'm so boring nowadays that I'm married. Like, I have no dramas.
No drama is the good life.
That's a good thing.
I just watch it on TV nowadays. You know what I'm
Okay. Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah,
Y'all got good shows. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. You know, being married, doing music, working a day job. You know, enjoying it day by day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know that's right.
All right. So you're a rapper.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So explain NoFace rapper.
Who is NoFace rapper?
Who are you? Yeah.
So, pretty much NoFace rappers is, you know, I see a lot of, you know, when we do music, I feel like a lot of emphasis is placed on the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? The drama and
a little bit into the mic.
Everything else like that. So what I want to do is I just want to focus on the music being dope, and that's what the NoFace is. So it's like make sure that the art is great and that the art speaks for itself. That's what I aim to focus on.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you feel like putting? Do you feel like putting a title in your work or putting a face to your work, you know, takes away from art these days? Or
I definitely feel like, you know, a lot of music is kind of packaged in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like the music is kind of an afterthought. I mean, you kind of listen to music, but there's so much else around it. You know what I'm saying? It's about the other deals. It's about the other drama, who's dating who. And I feel like a lot of people get sidetracked from the music, like who's popular. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to focus on the music, and at the end of the day, who I am as a person necessarily is reflected in my music, but it's not the most important.
He really want to keep the hoes away. That's what it is.
So what do we get when we
you
listen
make it
to
keep a whole way
Oh
music?
my God.
when we listen to a NoFace track, what are we getting? What do we expect? Tell me how yours is different from what you're trying to get away from.
I really try to focus just on honesty. You know what I'm saying, in my music. You know, if you listen to my music, you're gonna hear what I'm going through in my life. What's real to me, what I have, what I don't have. You know what I'm saying? My flaws, my insecurities, my victories. You know what I'm saying? You're just really gonna get a.
Well, let's talk about that. What is going on in your life? What's going on in my life? What's going on in your life? I mean, give us some examples of what are you going through now that you are actively talking about in your music?
Okay. Well, so currently right now, I mean, I'm kind of going through this motion where I'm 26. I am married. I'm in a relationship, trying to figure the marriage out. You know what I'm saying? I work a day job and trying to balance your passion with working a day job. You know, just things like that. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying having a good time, but also maybe feeling like, you know what I'm saying, I haven't accomplished certain things that I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm really focused on just the spectrum.
Well, you know what T.I. said, right?
What he say?
He said marriage is a distraction.
Man, come on, man. I don't even believe they
Maybe this is right. Maybe there may be some truth to what the old T.I.
No.
I mean, look, I can't speak for T.I. You know,
I know that's right. He like,
you
don't bring no problems in my
Yeah,
don't bring no problems in my
That ain't my
home.
problem.
No.
I got y'all talking about him. T.I. got you talking.
Yeah, that ain't my problem.
Drama
You know what I'm saying? mine. You know what I'm saying? That's not my happily married. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I'm saying?
If there was one track you had to drop to let people know this song that I created, this song that I really embodies who I am as an artist, which one of your songs you want people to listen to first?
So I recently I dropped Winter Coat EP this past January. The title track, which is called Winter Coat, that's definitely a song that is really personal to me. Talks about, you know, my ups and downs in life, dealing with just the reality of being a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like being a college graduate and not succeeding in what you thought you were going to succeed in. You know, death in your family and stuff like that. That's definitely the track I would recommend.
I actually listened to that, and I think it's a really dope song. When I heard it, what I thought was positivity. I think that you're very, very positive, and I also like how you dropped a little lesson from your grandma. Like, I have my grandma is no longer here, you know, and everybody just has that soft spot for their grandparents and the way that they love us as their grandchildren. So I definitely love that about the song. What was the process behind coming up with that song and writing it?
Like I said, it's just the honesty. You know what I'm saying? It was cold at the time when I was recording it, and I was just in the house. You know what I'm saying? My grandma had recently passed, and I was just kind of going through, you know, how can I be honest about how I feel about the situation, and just tell people about my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? And how I was taught certain things, and how I'm not a perfect human being. I'm still trying to figure it out as well.
Gotcha. But I'm saying, like, do you alone? Do you write at night? Do you write in the morning? Do you drink? Do you, like, what gets you to that point? Because everyone is sometimes, like, you have to get to a certain point where you can be honest. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna be honest today. Like, when you're being real and raw and actually being vulnerable, it's a different level of inside yourself you have to go to. So what do you do to get there to be able to be that free and to express yourself?
I mean, it's really just the music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of music, I mean, we're all having fun and we're all turning up and everything like that. But when I hear certain beats, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you have to be honest on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just kind of come at it with a formulaic trying to make it hit. Like, I feel like the best art comes from pain. You know what I'm saying? And when you really dig into that pain, you know what I'm saying, you come out with the best material. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So how does your wife deal with groupies and fans and things like that?
I ain't got groupies.
And I go in the DMs and I say hi.
I ain't got no
This is
groupies.
a shared account, you know.
They don't call her loud little lady for nothing.
I ain't got no groupies.
Okay.
But I don't want him to broadcast me. I want people to focus on what he's trying to do and the music that he puts out. So it's very important to me that I kind of lay low. I do go to his shows and I help him out, but I try to stay back a little bit. And he said he's my wife and all, but this is his craft, this is his baby, and I want him to put all his all into it and focus on that. So.
And wifey was holding down the video. Let's not forget that she's in the video, leading
Yeah,
ladies
had to
doing
do
her
it.
thing. And we also want to talk to you about your YouTube channel,
Hey,
Loud Little Ladies.
Follow
Tell us a little
ladies.
bit about your YouTube channel.
So, pretty much, I used to own my own business. I used to be a wedding planner.
Okay.
And I quit because people hurt my feelings.
What you mean people hurt your feelings because you quit? Why? They
So,
told you it was
I'm sure y'all know. Somebody always wants something for nothing.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
sometimes.
and it was my passion. It was my baby, and I just felt like all that I was putting into it, I wasn't getting anything back. So, NoFace actually suggested that I get on YouTube. I like to talk. I'm very gregarious, and he's like, get on here and just do it. So finally, I just broke down and said, okay, I'll make videos. And then, you know, as it's gone on, I feel like I've gotten better and better. Like, you know, he helped me make my intro. So
I like the intro. We were like back. I was like, hold on, she about to sing? Is she doing music?
yeah, so you know, it's something I really enjoy doing. Some days I'm like, I don't really feel like recording because I really take time to edit my videos and make sure they
Which
look.
viewers appreciate. Look, I can't tell you how I hate to see an unedited video. Like, edit some shit, please.
Listen,
Don't just
sometimes
show
people
me
ain't got all that
anything.
kind of time.
You don't need anything. Good job, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
But I get it.
Yeah.
It's very important to me that I make sure that what I'm saying, you get some quick advice that's kind of funny at the same time, but I'm really, if you really dig down, I'm speaking the truth to you. And I want to keep it less than, 7 minutes because my attention span is already short. So I don't want nobody else to listen to me longer than 7 minutes.
But listen, y'all doing good together. How did you two come together? How did y'all meet?
Don't listen to NoFace, whatever he says.
So I'm gonna tell the story.
Okay, so we're gonna go to him.
I'm gonna tell it all the way. I'm gonna keep it all
There
the
might
way
be
fun.
2 stories going
Don't
on
listen-
here.
I know, right?
I
Don't listen to
This is the real deal story.
Okay.
So it was about 2008, 2009 ish. She slid into my DMs. You know what I'm saying? On Facebook. And we were both in ROTC at the time, and she was asking questions about ROTC. But I'm a dude, so I know you got to look for that in. You know what I'm saying? That commonality. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a word or not. But
No, it is. Listen, we know. I know what it means. All right.
you be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Shout
girl,
out to the commonality.
Exactly. So we linked up off that. We eventually met like that summer. We just been tight ever since. We started dating in 2011, and we got married last year September. And it's been beautiful.
Okay, so y'all newlywed.
Newlywed. 7 months
7
in, right?
months.
Seven months.
Congratulations to you two.
Thank you.
So no,
7 months to forever.
Amen.
Of course.
that's just the baby step. Doesn't feel like the first 100 days, like of the presidency, Yeah. So, I know I'm trying to get it
I'm gonna edit that
out.
out my video.
Marriage talk is a little hard for me. All right. So, I mean, is there anything different that's changed significantly since you've been married?
Yes, for me especially, people always talk about, I want to feel butterflies. I need to feel butterflies. And I even said it in my vows. Those butterflies come from insecurity. I'm very secure where I'm at, and I'm very happy, and there's nothing, I wouldn't have changed this decision for the world.
Message. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Butterflies are insecurity?
Yes.
Because what? Because you're nervous or...
No, realistically, people are always like, let me go after the person that I'm like, I just feel this feeling and I can't explain it. It's amazing. That's lust. That's all lust. And think about it as women. I talk about this in my videos. As women, we're like, oh, I need to feel that. I need to feel that feeling. But if you think about it, every time you felt that feeling, you was chasing the D.
Okay.
You was chasing the D. When there was a guy who was sitting there who was right for you, treating you right, or standing in front of you, you didn't feel that feeling.
Okay.
And also,
I mean, Tosa, what do you think about that? I mean, is that true? Like,
I don't know if that's true.
you don't know?
But I see exactly what I can understand. Yeah.
I think what she's saying overall is like, we kind of I think everybody kind of gets giddy when a relationship is kind of like up and down. Like when it's really, when it's really good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's really bad. But you're on that emotional roller coaster. And just being stable in the middle is kind of boring.
It's boring.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people may interpret that as, oh, this is not the person for me because I don't have this I'm not high.
You're not having an incline.
That's an addiction.
I'm not high.
That's
It
an
can be an addiction. So, you know what I'm saying? I think we both kind of feel comfortable. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So even if we aren't, you know what I'm saying, maybe a month or two, maybe 10, 12 years, then like maybe the intimacy dies down, she's still my best friend. We always have that, you know what I'm saying? So we're comfortable with each other. We love each other.
I mean, do you not think that a lot of times that people are together and stay together for a long time because the sex is good, because women, you know what I'm saying, they're more emotional and they attach, sex to emotion. So
you're attached to the good D because he dogs you out.
I mean, you can have good D
wrong.
without somebody dogging you out, though. Like,
I love my husband's D. Yes, hallelujah. I have good D at home, but overall, when Kmart even said this on the show, you don't get your best of your best. You don't marry that. Because the reason why that's your best is because you're that emotional attachment. It's something going on in your brain.
okay.
I need to have more than that. I need to have more than just this.
Okay.
I need to have his mind. I need to have his spirit. And that's just a high.
You're right about that. Yeah, I believe that. You got to have that connection there outside of just a sexual connection. That's why a lot of relationships don't last and don't make it because of that. But, how important is sex in a relationship or in a marriage? I mean, because what happens when, it get about 5-10 years and it get a little stale and then you like, I don't feel like having sex today. The kids been running around. I have 4 jobs, all that.
It's very important. I want to make sure that no matter what, my man is satisfied. There's nobody who come in there But at the end of the day, y'all are sexual beings, and I need to make sure that you don't have no reason to look for somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And like I said, I also think like, yeah, the intimacy may come in waves. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're in a down period, but that's why it's really important to like who you're with. As you like them as a person, like that friendship. That's I feel like that's what really holds a marriage together. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all been, you know what I'm saying, having sex and it's amazing sex, but the person maybe don't treat you right and stuff like that. So if you got somebody you can walk through life with, I feel like that's what's most important. But sex is like close second though.
Gotcha. How long did it take you to know that she was the woman you wanted to marry? And how long do you think it should take a guy in general to figure it out?
I mean, I can't really put a number on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, it was definitely like I knew that, you know what I'm saying, that she was somebody that really, really cared about me, really cared about my well-being. She was always somebody that tried to push me to be better as a man, and made me want to feel and be better for her as well. So I mean, I feel like as long as you have somebody that's really supportive of what you do, really cares about you, and keeps it real with you, you know what I'm saying, somebody that can really tell you, hey, you fucking up right now, you need to get on your shit, like, and keep it real with you, that's the person that you need to consider, being with. You know what I'm saying? But everybody moves their own different ways.
That's your Bonnie. That's your Bonnie. You know what I'm saying? We out here looking for our Bonnie.
Why do you think it takes certain people so long? Intro pics.
I can't speak. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on his particular situation. But if he don't feel ready, I can't tell that man get married.
That's not long though. This is not long though.
I really feel like a man knows.
I mean, you do know.
I heard that a guy.
Don't get me wrong. Like you do know. Like I've been engaged before. You do know. Yeah, I have. And I mean, you do know. But at the same time,
what happened?
Long story. Actually, short story. Actually, but I feel like sometimes marriage is not something that you should take lightly, and I feel like once you've taken it lightly, you start to take it a little bit more seriously. So you gotta add a little time. You gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You can't bust off all your shots.
Wait.
Oh my God!
That's a double entendre.
But
no, that's real. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, it's supposed to be for the rest of your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you don't feel like this is the person. Yeah.
It's like a mortgage.
I mean, that's real though.
But you got to pick the right house.
Yeah, you got to pick the right house because you're going to be in that mug forever. Paying on that mortgage.
But the way that the house starts is not always how it ends. So you can always do upgrades.
Renovations. Snip it a bit.
You just got to, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, being married, it's just got to be two people that's willing to just ride it out to the end no matter what. You know what
Absolutely. And being in here with both of them, though, I really get the vibe that you guys are like really good friends.
Yes.
Don't you get that vibe from that?
We're really great friends.
Y'all compliment each other well.
Yes.
Okay, but do the credit scores compliment each other well?
Yes. Before we got married, I spent a lot of time like, where you at? What we doing? Because,
you need to check that.
You need to make sure you're paying this. Need some money because I give you something to pay it. Like, I need to make you got to be equally yoked.
So do you check the credit score before you get married? I don't
think nothing's wrong with that, honestly, because like I said, this is a walk through life. If somebody got a bad credit score, y'all can't get a house, y'all can't get no car. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can't do bad stuff.
Interest rate gonna be jacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you can get it.
I should stay safe.
Yeah, like that's
my 740 went down to 6.
I just think that if you with someone and you love that person for who they are and you want to be with that person and their credit score sucks,
it doesn't matter.
Then no, it matters.
But
before you get married, spend some time working on it, working to get it right. You love, you invest in that person. That means investing in everything.
All right. Joint accounts.
Working on it.
Yeah, we working on it.
We
got them. We just ain't put the money
in another 7 months.
I'm going to do it today.
Who credit they get approved? Checking the account.
That'd be the thing. When it be time to bring everything together, it be like,
it's different. It's different, and we try to jump over that hurdle together. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not concerned about us putting our money together. It's just moving your bills around, your direct deposit. That's annoying.
Yeah, I got all my bills on one jump.
Maiden name. You dropped it or hyphenated it?
Drop that, John.
I'm gonna drop it.
Dropping that.
He said she dropped it. She said she gonna drop it. So what if?
So she hasn't, for the government standards, she hasn't changed it.
But I wear this Washington necklace. See?
But she is going by my name, but she need to go ahead and
repping
get that
it hard.
Well,
She
when
repping
is
it
gonna be
hard.
permanent? Because we talking about
That's what I'm saying. That's
the
what I'm saying.
government standards is the standard that we at.
Tell her.
That's
Tell
why
her.
some of us is waited.
I told
Tell
NoFace,
her.
when you ready to go to all them government agencies I have to go to change my PIV card and to change my
But
license.
that ain't nothing
we can
because
do it.
every bride does that.
No,
what I'm
when
saying.
he's ready to go with me to sit
Why you
there.
gotta go
Hey,
with
look.
company?
Oh,
She
hey,
not
look.
waiting by herself.
Hey, look, I gave her the ring. All right.
Okay.
What that mean? That's only the
He got
That
one. He got
mean-
one too. So he got one too.
That mean you.
But it ain't like yours though.
Yeah,
It ain't-
supposed to
that
be.
means you need to go ahead and
It's
get their last name
supposed
changed.
Exactly.
Don't let me get you a Benz and then you talk about I got you a Toyota. Talk about, but you got a car too. No, but you got a Benz.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Got a Toyota Corolla.
Hey,
I know.
you ain't hurt. You ain't walking.
Exactly.
I'm not walking
Point
though.
A to point B. Okay.
God.
Boom boom.
We
Boom,
riding
boom.
together though.
Boom boom.
Yeah, but you got the leather seats. And I said, oh, okay. Well,
You
yeah.
don't need them. It get hot in the summer.
I bite the leather pants.
So
Yo.
with marriage, what is something that you recommend for all couples?
I would say live together before you get married, because that's a different. You know what I'm saying? When you argue and you still got to be in the same bed or the same spot as your partner or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the real test. Right there, it's easy to argue and just go in your separate ways. But if y'all can really make it work in the same building, in the same house, I think that's definitely something I would recommend.
I want to put up a poll. 'Cause a lot of people say cohabitation is a no-no, but these are people who have lived it and saying, no, you really need to share this space with this person to see if you can really make it. I think we should put up a poll with that.
I think you need to, because people got different living habits.
Yeah.
And you got to work though. You know what I'm saying? Something might be a deal breaker for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know with us, we had certain things we had to work out before.
You don't know how to fold towels.
Yeah, she don't like the way I fold towels.
I thought she was gonna say you leave your drawers everywhere. I was about to say.
She got mad.
No, but I can tell because her face, when she looked into the mic like, like her voice got deep and everything.
What's wrong with not knowing the full towel?
You don't fold them the way I need them to be
So
folded.
check this out, right? People got certain standards. At the end of the day, a folded towel is a folded towel.
My mama was a drill sergeant, so I'm very particular
Oh,
about
see.
a lot of
She's
different
one of them.
see.
Right.
Yeah.
That dust.
I know with the
See that
finger.
finger? Oh.
But nah, like he makes a good point. You do have to live together. The first 2 weeks we lived together, I took Pepto-Bismol like every day. I had so much anxiety. Like, when is he going away? Why is he always in my space? But after that, I was good.
All right, so it's only 2 weeks, y'all. Then you be good.
I mean, just work it out.
But for all
Work it out.
married, if you recently married or you getting ready to get married, my biggest advice that I tell everybody is continue to feed your marriage positivity. There's so much negativity around, and we just came from a marriage couples retreat, and it was all older people, but then we go to like a small group every other week with our church with married couples. And it's very important that we continue to be around people who are positive and infuse positive life into our marriage.
Yeah, because you need that.
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
did you guys go to premarital counseling or anything?
Yeah,
okay, so you did.
They doing
we
it.
did, yeah.
I know premarital counseling is like a must. I honestly believe,
I heard it.
and I've been to premarital counseling.
You did?
That's how I knew that the thing wasn't going to work. So.
But they say you'll know. What was the point that you realized?
The point that I realized is, hold on. the main point that I got out of marriage counseling was,
Go ahead.
excuse me. The main point that I got out of marriage counseling was that there's some things that, as a man, I didn't know because I wasn't taught that from my father. Not that there's anything wrong with my father. It's just that there's some things that you have to realize being a man in a relationship, in a healthy relationship. Like, my parents didn't, it wasn't a healthy relationship where they were like together and love and things like that in the current state that I was in at that point in time. So for me, what I took away from it is just, there's some things that other men need to teach me in that position, you know? So for
That's
me,
real.
I learned a lot about how to just be a stand-up guy and to take responsibility and learn how to, you know, how to be a little softer and kinder to my woman, you know what I'm saying, to my lady. So that's what I did.
That's
Look
real.
at me. Look, I pulled one from the
Throwing
chapter.
some gems. Throwing some gems out there.
I just wrote a vlog topic down. Thank you for that.
Did your relationship at the time mimic your parents' relationship?
It didn't.
didn't?
Actually,
Okay,
it
so
was
it was
something
just a
totally
different
different.
kind of-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was something totally different.
No, that's real though. I mean, like I know, like I said, me even still, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be just a learning experience. And you know, we come from two different types of households. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how everybody is. Some people's parents are super strict. Some people's parents super not. Y'all just gotta figure out how to make that work and
How
really
to
find
combine.
out why people are the way they are. And once you really find that out, you can really start to understand and be softer and more gentle for women and be more emotional.
Still a
and
condescending
shit.
asshole.
Because you don't realize how much you're like your parent.
Yeah, for
actually
real.
in a relationship. Like there's certain things that I didn't realize, certain traits that I picked up from, you know, my parents' dysfunction a little bit,
That's
and
real.
that bled into my relationship. So a lot of times you don't even realize it, and until, you know, somebody else points it out. Like, listen, you're taking on stuff that your parents used to do, and you think it's okay, but a lot of times, you know, it's not.
It is.
Nah, that's real.
You know?
Definitely real.
So my question is to you, Crystal. You know, the fact that you support your husband and you really support your husband as far as being involved in his dreams and your dreams as well. You know, how far should you go? You know, how much should you give of yourself for your partner's dream?
I think that what's important to me is that he has his and I have mine. I put as much time into his, and I tell him, whatever you want to do, we're going to do this, you're going to make some money. We ain't not going to spend a bunch of extra time. you
Hey
know.
now, that's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna make some
We gonna
money,
make some
honey.
So
Hey.
you know, he do church performances for some money. You know, we trying to get the local performances for some money. We invest in his studio. I'm like, we gonna do this for real. And then it has to be a balance, though. You know, I heard somebody on the radio recently say their partner didn't support their dreams and how they were moving forward in their career and their passion, and that's ultimately their demise. It's give and take. I have my moments when I'm on my up in my videos, and he has moments when he's on his up in his career. And I just have to give as much as I can until I say, okay, now it's back to giving to myself.
Okay. You think you could lose yourself in your marriage? You
You
think?
definitely can. That's why it's always important to have your own. Have your own hobby.
You think you could be Mary J. Blige out here? Like, do you think that giving too much?
Don't be speaking that
Too
into her
much.
life.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just saying no, because some people give a little,
but you're right.
a
Yeah.
little too much. You know, do you think that you can give a little bit too much to someone? I mean, because this is
she
your
was
husband,
giving,
so
she
you
was
feel
giving
like.
too much money. First off, that's
But why? It's the same household.
I mean, I think from what I
If
heard,
he-
it
if
was
that
like
that was been years. Like
was
if
helping.
He was the manager.
Nah,
Yeah,
if
he
you
was
was
manager.
cutting up,
He was
He
the
was
husband.
manager.
if you was
He
cutting
wasn't
up, I'm
managing
cutting your
nothing.
check. Like you're not gonna keep getting my money and keep disrespecting me.
Look, we don't know what they was doing business wise.
When he said he was cutting up for a while.
but he still helped her career.
I don't care. He had already had a name.
I don't care. I know that.
but this is the reverse situation. I mean, because you
see it
are.
all the time.
I mean, are you more so managing your husband as of right now?
I'm a very lax manager. I help manage.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I help his performances. I help him with his performances, but his music is all his own. And his finding his stuff is all his own. If it sounds trash, I'm gonna tell him it sounds trash.
But do you think a percentage comes from that when it's talking about business? Now you're talking about the business that's coming in.
Right.
Do you feel as though you should? I mean, because let's just say, NoFace, you're gonna pay a manager anyway, but you hire your wife. Instead of, you paying somebody 10%, now you get to pay your wife that amount and it still comes back into your household. But how do you set that up business-wise? Because now, I mean, you're working now. You're working for your husband.
I mean, I think, and I mean that is a definitely tricky path, like you said, with the Mary J. Blige thing, because it can get ugly. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I definitely think that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we would have an understanding where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
A prenup understanding?
Oh,
not a prenup. But then it also becomes, okay, now because it's your wife, is she getting more now? Does she get like the average man?
You know, women think they don't get paid as much as men these days. So like now,
no, I'm very contractual. So when we first moved in together, I had us a prenup for apartment in case we moved out, who taking what kind of thing.
I know that sounds efficient.
You know, yeah, but
so you're pro prenup.
We know I didn't get a prenup, but what I'm saying is I'm very much open to, okay, let's explore the possibilities of things that might happen. If A happens, what is the result?
So are you pro prenup?
Me personally, no. For my own marriage, no. I was thinking about it, but when I ain't had nothing, so it don't matter. But
I ain't got nothing either.
Right, we was both broke.
You get a lot of dollars.
No, it doesn't really matter.
If I get $1,
Right.
50 cents is mine, 50 cents yours.
I mean, I looked at it as a safety net. He told me he looked at it as an escape plan. And I'm supposed to be in this forever.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, like, if you know what I'm saying, if it does take off to where I'm making, you know, a lot of money and stuff like that, like I said, that's the way I look at it, that's our money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be for the benefit of me and her. Now, if we don't get along business-wise, then we have to figure that out.
We have to just split it up. You do your business, I do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's your
But
money.
it is. But it, you know, keeping it positive, we're not going to put them.
But is it a good idea
air.
to mix business with relationships? I mean, at the end of the day, there may be a certain way that you want your business. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, somebody could get fired. I mean, even Matthew. Even Matthew Knowles got fired. You know what I'm saying?
And he was the dad.
And he was the dad.
Started the whole. He started it.
He was
And got
having-
fired. Nobody's above being fired. I feel like if you're doing your job, then do your job well. I mean, but once you start thinking like you deserve and you get stuff without doing stuff, that's when it becomes a problem.
No, I mean, I think at least when it, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to my thing, you know what I'm saying, if we're in the business of NoFace rapper, then at the end of the day, I'm in charge of NoFace rapper, just like she's in charge of, you know, L3. Now I take advice from her when it comes to my stuff, just like I hope she listens to the advice. Now if she doesn't take it, that's still her decision to make.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's mine to make, but as long as we have those understanding, look, this is my baby. At the end of the day, I'm making decisions that I want to make for my baby, and you know, likewise, I think we're doing it well.
I think when it gets to a point where he has a manager, I would rather him hire somebody.
Do you ever get more passionate about the craft and the business than he does?
I think she's definitely more business oriented than I am. Because, like I said, I can just make music and I'm comfortable with
the
it.
artist.
Yeah, she's the one that's like, look, you're talented, or you need to do something with it that's gonna, you know, make some money or may be profitable. Otherwise, you're just kind of wasting time. Sometimes. At least that's with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the artist. I'm just all about the music and the craft. And she's more. I think she's definitely more business oriented.
Okay, all right, you know. A lot of people getting divorced out here, so I mean, what do you think about?
Nice segue.
Is divorce an option for you too?
No, absolutely not.
Do you think that it should be an option for some people?
I mean, I
depending on the circumstances.
I mean, I kind of feel like if it's like, you know, if it's, you know, definitely physical violence going on, just really extreme. I think really extreme situations. But I mean, I do feel like if it's like petty arguments, like I feel like you can work it out. I mean, there's a reason why you felt like you got married. You took those vows in front of your family, friends, and God, essentially. You know what I'm saying? You felt that. Now you made a bad mistake. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something argumentative, or the intimacy is going,
so you think that, do you think mistakes should be forgiven in your marriage, or
that's so blanket.
Like, yeah, what kind of
what's going on?
Well, mistakes like having a baby. Like, what if you somebody
that's what I can't deal with him. That's not no.
That is very much a mistake.
No,
okay.
mistake is man. I left the door open and
see,
somebody came in and stole the TV.
Right.
Oh, but we can replace it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the mistake.
The condom out there was a mistake.
I mean, you definitely don't. I mean, like I said,
The
That means
I
you
mean,
had 72
people have
hours to
mistakes.
get Plan B, and you still didn't think about that.
But see, that's the
That is
thing, though.
true.
I mean,
Sometimes
like,
Plan B
you
don't
got
be
a lot of
working.
these celebrities,
You gotta go to
man.
Plan
After
C.
20.
These
Well-
celebrities be tripping, man. Like, you know that if you you multi-millionaire and you out gallivanting with other junks. I mean, I kind of feel like you know what it is. Like, you know, a girl's
I mean,
out
you
here
do know
waiting
what
for a come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them are. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like,
even that, but I started thinking like you gave them the opportunity for a come up. Number one, you shouldn't have been doing it anyway, and number
True.
two, you didn't protect yourself. So it's just going left.
You can still
left,
get
left,
pregnant. It's
left,
not
left.
100% when you protect
I
yourself.
understand
Listen,
that, but
Wait.
9 times out of 10,
It's like
they
0.1%.
But
They
still.
didn't. They didn't.
But yeah, that's the thing. If you wasn't even cheating in the first place,
You wouldn't even have.
you would never even have that problem.
I mean, that is true. You wouldn't have that problem, you know.
That's how I look at it. I'm
Exactly.
like, damn, I don't even want that.
At
The
all. Who
possibility
wants
of that happening is just like, I don't even want that. What the problem? You know what I'm saying?
No go. No good.
But that's the reality
Look at
that
you
we
over there
live in.
giving people cop out.
No, I'm not. You got to get the plan B. All right.
You got to get the
Listen,
plan
I mean, because there's a lot going on. I mean, we got Carmelo Anthony, all right, and Lala, they're splitting, you know, because allegedly, you know, he is having a baby on the side, which
I didn't
this is
even hear
becoming.
that. That's what it is?
Yeah.
Wow.
The side jump friend got on the radio and was like, yeah, all that. I seen the screenshots and everything.
That's a mess. I would divorce him too.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't. I think like that's just the ultimate betrayal right there. Like I feel like people probably expect her to stay, but if she chose to leave, I'm not mad at her.
I mean, should you
It's-
stay?
it's
I
her
mean, would you
marriage.
stay? I mean, let's just say,
Personally,
because
no.
at the end of the day, sometimes it's because of holes in your relationship, right?
Maybe
You're
it's-
going through something, you know what I'm saying? It's an all-time low. You're not seeing eye to eye. It's not just like you just randomly went out there and cheated. It's
Maybe he
effects
did.
of
We don't-
something,
we don't know.
right?
I mean, I think there's definitely like, I mean, especially someone like Carmelo Anthony, multi-millionaire basketball player, you facing temptation every day. We can't even imagine the beautiful women that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a man, and he has to make that decision. Like, hey, I know my marriage is rough, but I can either work on it or just say, you know, fuck it, and just go sleep with these dots out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. It's rough. I mean, I can't really tell her. You know, I don't know what's going on in the inner workings of their relationship. I don't know if this is. Maybe he's cheated before. Maybe she's cheated before. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, it's rough. That's a big decision for her to make. If she wants to stay,
She got
a
a son. So why you looking like that?
Right.
What you mean? I mean, why you?
Because I'm not. Look. You already know how I go. When it comes to people, I'm not one to tell nobody to leave their man. I'm not one to tell nobody to their husband. You know, you have
Why
to
I
come
can't
up with
hear
the best choice.
You gotta live
You
with
have
it.
to make your own choice.
Yeah,
you gotta
But
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
He wrong for that. This is a grown ass man. I don't care who's beautiful. I don't care who's tempting you.
True.
You have to say no.
I know
And
you
if
got you a
wanna go
whole
forward
la
with
at
it-
home.
Exactly. And if you want to go forward with it, leave your wife, leave your kids, make yourself free.
But he
Put yourself
don't
in
want
a
to,
position-
though. That's
but
the
you know
thing.
what? You
He
can't
had-
have your cake and
He
eat
had
it
a
too.
couple of
Yeah,
chances.
can
well,
have
what's
your
the point
cake
of
and
having
eat
that
it too.
He had a couple of
Listen.
chances to not get caught, and he still got caught. I mean, he just didn't get.
It's just so disrespectful. I mean, it's just a violation
I mean, he
of
got-
your
I mean,
marriage vows,
and
your
then on-
marriage, your wife. Like, I'm giving you all of me,
I mean,
and
at
you
the,
still got to go.
Yeah.
But they say Lala
Like-
cheated too, though.
oh, she cheated? I ain't know
Look.
that.
I heard
Look.
she
Oh, God.
she
He
messed
He gonna
around.
he gonna
Now they
receipt.
saying that
It's
the
messy.
what
I
you
heard-
see, but the thing is, they
It's
always try to
messy.
make the woman look bad.
No, we
don't
not
want
making the woman.
No,
we making it
I
look
know.
even.
Now,
We making it
it's
look
no
even. Equal
It's
rights.
no even.
Equal rights
No
around
even.
here.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay?
it is.
Oh, but now they trying to say Lala.
No, but they said she not in. No, these
No.
girls don't be innocent
No.
either out here.
What you mean? All women are innocent.
Oh, I don't know
What are
about
you
that.
talking about?
Amen.
What are you talking
I don't know
about?
about all that.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Ain't no holler.
I can't co-sign.
If I had a little,
I can't go sign it.
What we going to
wow.
church? Hold
Y'all
on.
stay trying to say y'all innocent, but we
Look.
know the
Look.
real you. Listen, we know the real. All right, we meet them all the time.
Like,
Listen, you know.
what? Thank goodness she's a beautiful girl. She still
Yeah.
has her look. She has her child. Hopefully she'll just be happy. I wish nothing but happiness
She
for
ain't
her.
got her own show no more.
She on Power
Yeah,
though.
She's still making checks. She was just
She is on Power
She got a
though.
Netflix
Power.
and she
Hey.
got a
Did she
Netflix
die?
check. She
Oh,
was
I
in
ain't
that.
even
What
know
movie was
Did she
that?
die
She
on
was
Power?
just in
I don't know if that was confirmed.
with Lance Gross and somebody. She got a Netflix check. I know that.
I mean, Lala doing her thing.
Look, everybody wants them Netflix checks. I didn't see
Yeah.
like one actor in like 3
Chappelle
different
got them
movies.
Netflix checks.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
Netflix
sure.
be
He got a
paying.
big Netflix
Oh,
check.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
It was Deuces, I think. Yeah, Deuces with Lorenz Tate, Rick Gonzalez, and the dude who was at the Power Lunch DC.
Rotimi?
He was in there
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
uh-huh.
yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
Rotate.
Yeah.
he was in there. Yeah.
That movie was good. Megan Great was in there too. Yeah.
Megan Great.
They call these dudes. I know they call her Megan Great.
Oh, I was like, who is that?
They like Megan Great.
I was
Yeah.
no,
Megan
no,
Great.
she's Megan Good.
Megan Great.
She's just
Nah,
good.
they love it
She's
like,
not
they be
great.
They be like Megan Great.
She's not even making good no more.
Nah,
She
this
married.
came out.
Megan Murray.
Megan married.
Megan married now.
right.
So, I mean, for y'all, is kids in your future?
Yes. You don't hear these
How you gonna answer for them? Not everybody want to have kids.
I'm looking for 52 volunteers to volunteer 1 week a year to babysit my kids.
Oh, my God.
If you want to
Good luck
sign
on that
up,
one.
please hit
Hey,
me
yo.
up.
Oh
I
God.
was like, we're 52 volunteers.
52. I was like, what? What you about to have an army?
If y'all didn't catch that, there's 52 weeks in a year. I'm looking for somebody to give a week to raise my children.
How many kids you want to have?
Some days I want like 0, some days I want 5.
How many days do you want 0?
It just depends.
Okay.
What my money
Y'all
Yeah.
is.
gonna
She
have
mo-
3.
she
And it's gonna
moody
be
like
2
that.
girls and 1 boy.
I think 2 is good.
I have knucklehead boys.
I think 2
Like my
boys.
husband.
2 boys is good.
But see, the thing about it is, we don't have to carry the kids, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, but you want at least 1, do you? At least.
Sometimes. Today I think I probably want 2.
Okay, today.
It changes by the hour with
That,
her.
You know
that
what
means
I'm
he
saying?
must have been good today. He must have been good today.
Yes,
All
Yeah,
right,
that's true. I didn't do nothing to piss her
When she
off.
come back, when you after she be like, I want 5 babies.
Yes.
That's when you know it was a
Nah,
really
I-
good day.
I passed about 5. I passed
When he
about
messed
5
up, she
kids.
like, I ain't bringing none of his
That's
kids.
none of his kids.
No,
I barely want to know him.
I passed got 5 kids. It was so fun. Like they play together. They love each other.
It
but,
is fun.
But here's the real issue
Especially
though.
when they grow up.
Cedric is, NoFace is real light skinned. I'm kind of brown, and I really don't want little yellow babies to be pushed around.
Why not?
What?
Why not? It's a light skin, dark skin thing. What's going
No,
on?
it's not. I just feel like I'm cute by myself, and like I don't
So
really,
you want a baby by yourself?
I don't
Get
really
her.
need.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, they got some stuff for that.
She wildin'.
You can have a baby all
No,
by yourself.
my baby gonna have one arm.
I know, right?
I don't need both.
But the complexion is right.
He needs both.
Complexion is right.
Hold on.
Now he got some strong genes. I'm just like, man, like I want the baby to look a little like me. I'm kind of cute.
You might get one that look like you out of the 3.
What you do is you go to the beach a lot. Just
Yeah,
go
don't
to the
think
beach
about
a
it,
lot.
right?
Yeah, just go to the
That's
beach
that
a
old
lot,
stuff, yeah.
and then you'll be good to go. But
Vitamin
I don't
D
know
on,
how
get your
well
vitamin
it's
D
gonna
on.
do in this climate
Right.
these days.
We don't know what's going on.
Maybe you want a little lighter baby these days, get a little free education. I don't know, a little
Stupid.
scholarship to Johnson and Johnson. I don't know. You never know.
You are a
These days,
fool.
life can come with perks. I don't
You
know.
are so stupid.
So in the future, I mean, you do want kids, or
Yeah, I mean,
They
of
do.
course, you gotta,
They're gonna have 3.
you gotta reproduce and
2 girls, 1
populate the
boy.
world with beautiful black
So-
babies.
I'm gonna come back and tell you.
so
Girl,
marriage.
We gonna wax on that. Ew.
So obviously marriage before kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
if you
For us.
have babies outside of marriage, that's still a beautiful baby that you gotta take care of. It don't make it less. I personally not gonna judge.
Not you. No, I was really joking.
I'm not gonna judge. I'm not here to judge nobody. At the end of the day, you still have a beautiful baby.
Of course.
That's
Who
true.
cares what anybody else says because you didn't do it, quote unquote, the right way. You still got a beautiful baby. I just prefer that we do this together.
I
You
know
what
that's
I'm saying?
right.
And we raise a beautiful black baby with my yin and her yang.
The yin and the yang.
Ah,
The yin
that's
and the
right.
yang. That's the
I
only way
wanna
to
be
create a
yin.
baby.
Okay, you could be yang.
So all y'all out there with a baby, don't worry.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Beautiful thing,
Yup.
I know
What
that's
about
right.
the people with like 5 and 7 babies? Is it still a beautiful day?
I mean,
It's a beautiful thing. I mean,
That's
at the end of
beautiful.
the day,
That's what I'm talking
at
about.
the end of the day, you know, you
Make sure
stop
you're
splitting
taking
the
care
earth
of
and
them.
As long as you take care
Make
of
sure
it.
you taking care of
be
your
a
kids, man.
contribution to society.
Amen.
Make sure you taking
That's
care
true.
of your
That's
kids.
true.
You-
And
What's the
Travis, what you think?
Shout out to all the
What, as far as
single mothers
babies?
out there.
I feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, life will throw you a little curveball.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you'll have kids. But I do think that it's better to wait until you're married.
I agree.
Only because it's better to raise a kid when it's two parents
Right.
instead of one. You know,
Yeah.
I do feel like it's, you know, being like a single mother or a single father is a hard
It is.
job.
It is
And-
so hard, and they don't get paid.
And this is why people be having these prenups and all that type of stuff to make you be like, nigga, you is not leaving. I know the nigga left ratio these days, and you're not leaving me.
And I mean,
You messed with me, you're
I feel
stuck
like-
with me.
Yeah, I feel like every child, you know what I'm saying, they need both of those energies.
Yeah, it's
that
important.
masculine
Yeah.
energy, that feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Have that balance.
Well, that's cool. So we're going to have some little NoFace rappers going. We're going to have some of y'all going on in the future.
Hey.
And this and that. But you're going to get your career popped off and you're going to do your
Yup.
thing. It's already popping, you know, so you got to do your thing. We want to be in the next video, right? I see.
I'm trying to tell you.
You need to listen to "Drive Me Crazy" by
Oh
No
my
Face
God.
Rapper. That is
Drive
my
Me
favorite
Crazy.
song, and that right there, we need to get him to coach him to get another video like with that song because that was popular. Y'all can get in that one. Just
You already know when wifey speaks, you got to listen. So I think you saying it's already enough.
That's his most listened to song. It's a stripper song. I love that song.
I know, that's right. We got to get that.
Shoulders bouncing all around. Hold up.
Well, listen, I love this. I love y'all. I love
you.
the whole. I support the whole. You have a great woman that's supporting
Yes,
you
yes.
and that's believing in you. It's really, really, really hard to find. Trust me. I've looked. I do know. Well,
Right.
no, my girl does the same thing. You know, my girl does the same thing, but you know, she's a little bit more behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, it is a great thing to have a woman that's able to support you and support your dreams and believes in you. More importantly, because your
Absolutely.
dreams could change. But the fact is that at that moment in time, you know, she was in your corner right then and there.
And you and hers, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh.
and vice versa. And you have to be
Yeah.
that same way with her. And I just think that that's beautiful. And thank y'all for coming on the show because we learned we got some insight. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But before you guys head out, we need to know a secret from each of you. Like
wow.
something that nobody knows about you. Give us the inside detail.
I'm the talker thing.
I knew you a talker. I saw your YouTube
I know.
video. He just tried to play me real quick.
No
Hold up.
We a secret that's something that somebody might not know.
Would know about you.
I'll go first, so give you some time to think. I don't know. I mean, maybe like some of my clothes. I know she definitely knows this, but a lot of people don't know that I'm really like kind of a nerdy guy. Like I really like comic books and like video games and the tech, like technology and stuff like that.
Okay. So you're a tech guy.
Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm in.
Marvel.
Oh
Marvel
yeah, definitely.
tech,
Definitely prefer Marvel over DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. Do you have collectible?
No, I don't actually have the collectible. I don't go that far into it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely.
Sometimes I'm not gonna put my money into it, but I do like it. I'm a fan.
You know, I do like the movies. I do like the comic books. You know what I'm saying? And I do like video games. I spend a lot of money on video games. Trying to get the budget right, so I don't spend too much.
That's why they don't got that joint.
I know, right? That's why the joint account ain't there.
I do like video
So
games.
you got to increase,
Like that.
man. You got to increase the video budget. Shit,
The video game budget is
this ain't gonna
definitely
do.
low. Right now.
$50 a month. $50.
Yeah, we gotta shorten it up, but that's something about me. People may not know.
I'm an open book. I don't have any secrets.
Okay.
Well, not really a secret, but what's something that somebody
nobody
might
would
not know about?
But they have to probably know you to know this about you.
All right. So,
OCD. I don't know.
We know that.
I know. The towel's got to be.
I was like, hold on.
No, we gonna blame the
Definitely.
parents for that
When she
because
said that, I was like, hold on.
Definitely.
she was like, "You scrub that bathroom with a toothbrush. Don't even." I better see my reflection in the mirror.
so maybe recently, NoFace has been saying a lot that I'm actually an extrovert, so I really enjoy enjoy being around people, but he actually calls me an extrovert vampire.
Okay.
So when I go out with people majority of the time, like I like hanging out with you, like kicking with you, but after a while, I'm full. I don't need you anymore. I don't want to talk to you, be around you. Like I'm done with you. So,
Okay, so it's like
yeah, I'm
like I hang out with you about 1-2 times, and then it's like okay.
I'm like, thank you.
Until next
services.
Say thank you.
To the left, to the left.
That's right.
With your time.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I told y'all earlier. I'm allergic to liquor.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yo, when she
We
told me that, I was like, what? Like, I've never, ever, I don't know anyone. You get the prize. Like, she's probably got to go in the Guinness Book of Records and shit for, like, the first.
But hold up. She allergic to liquor, but she still drunk the liquor.
She took her
She was like,
Allegra.
Allegra.
I didn't know.
I don't
Allegra. It wasn't Allegra.
Yeah. I don't advise you taking medicine prior to drinking, but that's just what I need to do so I can get drunk.
Okay.
Okay. As long as we know we don't got to rush you to the
I know that
hospital,
I-
we
Get you
are
out.
cool.
That be
It ain't
pain.
life or death.
And for those of you who don't know, we actually met these two lovely people at Drinks and Conversation.
Conversation.
So tell us how you
Yeah.
found out about our event.
We rolled up on you.
They don't roll up
They
on
weren't
us.
shooting out though, y'all. They didn't roll up.
Come out with the choppers and that. Like, we was just having fun with a couple of our friends, and we just happened to roll up into this bar, and we came upstairs, and it was a gathering.
Yeah, they was having a birthday party.
It was an event, and we just, you know what I'm saying. I know Chris, she kind of did a little longer than I did, but I kind of went downstairs to the bathroom or whatever. But he was up there, and he told me this was a dope event, and just talked to you guys.
Yeah,
Look.
as his manager, I was like, y'all need to interview him.
That's what he said.
As
He
the
said,
wife,
man, she was
that's
doing
what she
it.
said.
Yeah.
She came up and she said, you know what? She was like, I want to get NoFace on the show, and we talked briefly and we exchanged information and stuff like that, Instagram, social media, and then it went from there. And that's one of the things that's so impressive too. Is just the simple fact that you can roll up to an event, see an opportunity, and go ahead and take it.
Yep.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
only got one
And
chance.
That's
you
what
only got one.
What?
See, that's what I'm talking
telling
about.
you. That's why I'm
Uh-huh.
telling you, because I wouldn't have did that. Like, I'm very introverted. I'm just a guy that's
Introverted?
in the corner. I'm just kind of in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Just minding my own business, not really talking to people. She definitely does.
It's the yin
That's
and
why
the
they
yang.
work so
Yeah,
well
you know what I'm
together.
saying?
Yeah, they work
and
so
that's
well
how,
together.
that's how it has to work.
Definitely.
And I mean, just like even with me, I'm actually a lot extroverted, just like you. But my girl, she's more introverted. She's more, to herself, and it kind of works. It balances itself.
It balances too. Like myself, sometimes I'm like, no.
Yourself and Trust me, she be having a lot of extrovert people hitting her up and stuff like that. So you already know. Trying to bring you out on dates and whatnot and all that type of stuff like that. But
But thank you guys so much for
Thank you
coming
for
on.
having
Thank you for having us, for real.
thanks
Our
for
next
coming.
event.
And y'all gonna be at the next
June?
event.
Of
We're gonna be
course.
there. We're gonna be there.
So they gonna be in a building.
Of course.
We gonna have NoFace rapper and
Hey.
the loud little lady.
Thank you.
Yeah.
L3 in the building as well.
Chill,
So
chill.
so let the people know where we can get
Find
your music
you. Yes.
and how we can find you and get in contact with you and all the social media.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can find me on social media at NoFace Rapper on Twitter, Instagram, NoFace Rapper on SoundCloud. You can find me on iTunes, Amazon, wherever streaming service you got NoFace, Rapper. I'm everywhere. Just type in NoFace Rapper in Google.
Download the
all
EP.
the social media.
All
Okay?
of it.
All your social
My
media.
latest project, Winter Code EP. You can find that anywhere as well.
iTunes, download it, need the money.
Yeah,
Hey.
pay for it.
All right.
And you too, Crystal. Drop yours as
So
well.
I'm Loud Little Lady. I'm on YouTube. I come out every other week if it's a good week. And then, you can catch me on my social media, which is actually, it's Crystal. So Crystal's my real name, but I go by L3.
Hey. Now listen, you guys can come back anytime.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
Thank you.
When
thank
you
you
coming
for
to
just.
Virginia?
We're gonna have a straw.
I'm always in
because
Virginia.
Crystal also only
Oh,
takes
yeah,
a
yeah,
shot with the straw.
With a straw.
Put it
we
out
gotta get some
I
straws.
blew it. I didn't know she needed the straw. I will have them the next time she's in a building. I didn't know you needed a straw to take a shot, but I got you.
But she still took the shot though.
With
She
you.
did.
With you.
did.
With you.
A lot of
That's what you go around.
It was a lot
That's
of
what you
shit.
go around and die right there.
It was damn near all a juice shot. That's
But it's
what
still a
was.
shot.
Exactly.
Still a shot. All
A little
right.
bit of liquor.
You,
in it.
yeah, you're cool with that. Listen. But thank you guys for coming through.
Yes, it was fun.
Yes.
It was fun.
It's Drinks and Conversation.
The podcast.
Yes, and we are out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Hey.